Piloted by Flight Officer John Robert Stuart Morgan, the aircraft was destined for 9th Air Force Aerodrome A-42D, Villizy-Villers-Coublay, France. Miller accepted an invitation from Lieutenant Colonel Norman Francis Baessell, liaison officer for 8th AFSC with the U.S. Strategic and Tactical Air Forces Europe, to accompany him on the routine flight. The aircraft departed Twinwood at 13:55 British Summer Time, BST. An aircraft described as an AAF C-64 was observed passing over the south coast of England at Beachy Head between 14:30 and 14:45 BST. The aircraft and its occupants then vanished. To this day, the U.S. Air Force classifies Miller, Morgan, and Baessell as missing in action. SHAEF did not know Miller was aboard the aircraft until December 18, 1944. 8th Air Force launched a search and investigation on December 19th. Considering witness testimony and verifiable details, and with absence of evidence to the contrary, 8th Air Force concluded that a catastrophic event occurred over the English Channel, determining the probable causes of the apparent accident to be pilot disorientation, mechanical failure, and/or weather. No one has ever found any trace of the aircraft or its occupants. Glenn Miller was one of the foremost popular music celebrities of the 20th century. The creative musician and successful businessman was remarkably intuitive and organized, but far from perfect. His instincts were uncanny, although like any human being, he made mistakes. His record sales, radio popularity, and box office success at theaters and dance halls across the nation were unsurpassed. He had not come to fame and fortune without struggle, and was often judgmental and stubborn. He had remarkable insight into public taste and was not afraid to take risks. To understand Miller is to appreciate his ideals and authenticity, essential characteristics of a prominent man who came from virtually nothing. He sincerely believed he owed something to the nation he loved and the fellow countrymen who bought his records. The third child of Lewis Elmer Miller and Mattie Lou Cavender, Alton Glenn, spelled with one N, Miller, was born March 1, 1904, at 601 South 16th Street in Clarinda, a small farming community tucked in the southwest corner of Iowa. Miller's middle name changed to Glenn, spelled with two N's, several years later in Nebraska. His father was an itinerant carpenter, and his mother taught school. His older brother, Elmer Dean, was a dentist. In 1906, Miller's father took his family to the harsh sand hills of Tryon, Nebraska, near North Platte. The family moved to Hershey, Nebraska, in the fall of 1912 and returned to North Platte in July 1913, where Glenn's younger siblings, John Herbert and Emma Irene, were born. Although Glenn Miller came from a Methodist tradition, he was neither an overtly religious man nor a member of a specific congregation. He matured with integrity and principles that reflected the values his mother taught her children. Miller's father died in 1936 following a challenging, lifelong struggle with depression, alcohol, and intermittent employment, which his son was painfully aware of and strove to redeem with a motivated work ethic. The family moved to Grant City, Missouri in 1916, where Glenn got a job shining shoes at John Mossberger's cleaning and pressing establishment, and he made his first inauspicious appearance as a 13-year-old trombone player in a Sunday school orchestra. In a 1942 interview with the magazine Radio Album, Miller recalled buying his first trombone with money he made from either milking cows or mixing concrete. "That old slip horn had one foot in trombone heaven, but, oh boy, how I loved it. Slept with it right beside me every night, and when I went to school I hid it. God knows who would have stolen that thing.